Well, hello everyone, and welcome to part two of the Autumn Suburban. So, according to my schedule, I was actually supposed to post the part 8 of the modern farmhouse suburban house. Actually, if you want me to be honest, I completely forgot what the name of that build was or is. So we're just gonna call it Abe's house, okay? Let's make a deal. So, yeah, my plan was to actually post Abe's house today, but we're having some issues with thumbnails, which I'm hoping to figure out this week. And that is kind of the only thing from holding me back to posting those videos, because I have like 2 hours of footage edited. And that is a very, very long time. That is such a long time. You guys have no idea. That is like pretty much, let's do 2 times by 6. So that's like 12 hours of footage basically. And that is a lot of footage, okay? But anyways, I am praying that the next video that you guys will see will be part 8. But another thing that I should probably address is what I mentioned in the previous voiceover. I'll probably post about this on the community tab anyways, but those of you who do listen to these voiceovers, which y'all know that I appreciate you guys so much, so you, I guess, will be the first to know. I'll make sure to post on the community tab after, and I'll leave the link to what I'm about to tell you in the description. But anyways, so as I mentioned, I wanted to set up a Contribee account where you guys could access my speedbuild footage early, should I say, because I have the footage edited at a very early time. It's usually the voiceovers that hold me back from posting and getting these speedbuild parts out. And when I post speed builds, I kind of just don't want to post footage with music because I have always found it boring, and I kind of want to make my videos a place where everyone can enjoy in some way or another. You know, like those of you who are not rebuilding, you can listen to the voiceovers, kind of like a podcast, and those of you who are rebuilding, you know, while you're rebuilding. And yeah. But essentially, getting back to what I was saying, what Contribee is, it's a very similar thing to Patreon. It's kind of almost the exact same thing, really. It's just a lot more people where I live use it. It's just a bit more convenient for me. But yeah, the principle is there's going to be 2 subscriptions. One is going to be for you to access all of my early speed building footage the moment builds come out. Well, perhaps not immediately, but a week from when the build's posted, you're going to have all the footage on there. So at the moment, I have, I think, 2 hours of Abe's house on there, and then 2 hours and a half of this house. So it's basically just a lot easier for those of you who do not want to wait, because I understand that not everyone has the time to wait, and it does get pretty annoying. But another perk is that the footage there is going to be a lot slower. So I've seen a lot of people complain that my speed build footage speed is way too fast. A lot of you just can't keep up, and I also totally get that. It's just another thing as to why I keep it so quick on YouTube. It's just my videos would take literally hours to be posted, and sometimes I don't even have enough storage on my computer to have like files this long. So my solution was to just kind of keep the speed quick and split my builds into parts. So yeah, basically the main reason is just storage. And lastly, on Contribee, you'll be able to kind of talk to me more, kind of like a Discord server. I used to have one a very long time ago, but there was just so much drama that was going on, and I am a person who hates this stuff. I'd say I had my phase when I was, 15 or 14, and I have very much grown out of it. I like to think I'm a very unproblematic person because I really despise feeling uncomfortable. Drama just makes me feel really weird, and I mean, who likes feeling weird? No one does. So I like to kind of avoid it. So that is basically the main reason as to why I don't have Discord anymore, and it's just so much to just keep up a server and keep it active, and I feel like you're kind of responsible if you have like a place for your community like that. And I would never want to put all the pressure on my mods. It's just, I don't know, it's like too much work. And I feel like in my life I already have so many responsibilities, so another one like a Discord server is just something I don't need. But I don't know, conversations on there on Contribui just seem kind of like a better idea. So we'll see how it goes. But then there's also another subscription where it's slightly more expensive, but you'll be able to access all of my videos the moment they're edited. So I'm probably going to be recording a few videos at a time from now on, a couple speedbuild parts, so those of you who want to listen to voiceovers early, perhaps watch all the challenge videos the moment they're edited. That subscription might be a really good choice. Of course, it's completely up to you guys. All the videos are going to come out eventually on my channel as well. It's all about, how early you get to see everything. So I guess that is all. I'm going to leave the description, not the description, I'm going to leave the link in the description. So if any of you want to check it out, feel free to do so. And yeah, I hope that some of you at least will find this useful. But nonetheless, getting back to the build a bit, I'm mainly going to be finishing the back in this part and starting on landscaping. Honestly, I don't even know where to begin exactly because the landscaping on this build was absolutely horrible. Money-wise, I don't think I've ever done a build this expensive. Not even my Tulum house was that expensive as this one when it comes to landscaping. I don't even understand how it happened. I guess it's just, I realized that I don't know how to make cheap custom trees, and I'm kind of mad at myself because I had many opportunities to learn because Float would have taught me. But I was just like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be fine, it doesn't matter. And you know what? Now it does matter. Because the price changes everything. And the fact that I was too lazy to learn how to make basic trees, well, not basic trees, custom trees in a cheap way, now you guys get to suffer a lot. And honestly, I suffered too, because I have to work for all of my money on my account. And I worked a lot. As you can see, I only have like 600,000 right now. So the other 2.3 million that goes included with this house was worked for. So it was a lot of pain. No, but okay, honestly, I really enjoy working in the game, so I wasn't even really like feeling that upset about it. It was just like, okay, I have to work, so that means I get to watch a show. Honestly, my biggest tip for you guys is literally watch a show while you're working. It saves so much time because you don't need to, well, you can catch up with all of your shows, and personally, I love to catch up with my shows. At the end of every single workday, I try to kind of watch at least an episode of my favorite show as a reward, for getting through the day. It used to be really huge motivation. Now I unfortunately do not have time for that, which is slightly upsetting, and I know I should probably find time for it, but that seems that it's almost impossible. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, while you can, I recommend you highly do that. It is really important to rest, and the more people I talk to in this life, the more people I get to know who are successful and have achieved a lot, everyone just kind of says the same thing, and that is just rest is just as important, as the effort you put into the things that you do. And I mean, it kind of makes sense, because if you're burnt out and you're not feeling motivated enough to do anything, well, you're not going to produce anything good, no work, nothing that you're going to like. You're going to be disappointed in your work. You're going to feel unhappy constantly that you're going out, that you're doing things, and you should feel the opposite. You should be excited to live. So that's why it's very important to relax. Obviously, I'm still learning that. I feel like it's probably one of the hardest things for me is to actually know when to stop and know when to not push myself too hard, because I often do that. But, you live and you learn. Today was honestly a really good example for me because I woke up, and it's a Monday, by the way. It's a Monday evening. I should be studying, and I will as soon as I finish with this voiceover. But nonetheless, I woke up for school, and I was just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And I just realized that I have not rested properly in a very long time, and I decided to just take the morning off. And it was a really good decision, because now I feel so much better. But it was just like a really great reminder to constantly take care of yourself, because if you don't, you're gonna end up like me. And then, it's just, when you're burnt out, the worst thing is that even when you want to function and actually do well at stuff, you just physically can't, like your brain doesn't work well enough, you're tired, and honestly, before I don't even know how I used to perform okay when I was tired. Maybe because I got so used to like sleeping 8 hours, or 8 or 7, usually 7, because there's no time for 8. But I'm so used to like sleeping 7 hours a day that now every single time that I don't, I literally barely function. Like I'm barely alive. And I used to run okay with like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Obviously, my performance was so much worse. But yeah, so sleep is honestly everything as well. If you want to see like a major improvement on the way you think, on your creativity, on the way you perform at school, your grades will just naturally go up. You know, like even if you didn't study that well, sometimes all it takes is just to, you know, read through your book or your notebook a few times, or your notes just once or twice, and then you're gonna remember most of the stuff the next day because you slept well enough. Sleep is honestly the biggest life hack to life. And all of the successful people, again, from everyone I've talked to, everyone tries to sleep as much as they can. Not too much, because all you need is 8 hours of sleep, but they all try to sleep at least 7, which is, I think, the minimum the human body requires to fully recover. And honestly, it applies to everything. Even if you're going to the gym, you're likely only going to see like really big progress the moment you start getting enough rest. Because if you're working out and you're getting restless nights, you're not going to see as much progress, and it's not going to be as quick. So it just, sleep eventually goes back to literally everything. And that is wild. But I guess on the other hand, it makes sense. So I feel like a lot of people nowadays just kind of forget how important these physiological needs are. And yeah, you're just gonna make your life so much easier. But anyways, I kind of went off topic, not really at the same time. It's just, I feel like I go on these voiceovers and I always start rambling about the most random stuff that is completely unrelated to Bloxburg. But honestly, I don't even know what to talk about Bloxburg-wise. It's like I mentioned in the previous voiceover, I think, I've been so out of the loop, I literally did not know anything. The most recent thing that I did see was the Bloxburg strike. I have really mixed opinions about that, honestly, not even mixed. I don't really understand it, but it is not my place to judge. People do whatever they want. I just know that I support the devs. Literally love them all. I don't know if Bramp or Mari or anyone from the dev team are watching this, but if they are, I know you guys are doing an amazing job. I know you're trying your hardest, and I feel like a lot of people in the community definitely appreciate it. And it's nice to see that the game is finally like recovering, and we're getting features that we've been asking for the longest time. And honestly, now that I think about it, all of the major ones, you know, all the major asks that we had from a while ago, this year they were pretty much added. Like pools on multiple floors, more textures, the color wheel. It's just, the list goes on and on. The new basic shapes, it is insane as to how many new stuff we have gotten, and I'm just really excited to see the future of the game. I guess I've been saying this for as long as I can remember, but it's true. I mean, I am excited to see where the game goes. I don't know. And I guess I'm at the same time interested to see where I go, because like I mentioned, I see myself really going into building challenges more. I just started to realize that I kind of enjoyed that form of content a lot more, because with these kind of speed builds, it's so hard to actually see the final product, and it gets really demotivating at times, because when you're working on something for so long and you literally do not see any reaction, you know, it's not like you're really showing the build to anyone. It's like you're not sharing it with anyone or anything. You're kind of supposed to keep it to yourself until it's fully finished. And yeah, it just gets really tiring to finish it. At the end, you're just like, oh my god, when is this gonna end? And with challenges, it's kind of not like that. You know, the worst part of it all is just editing, I guess, which, yeah, is a very, very annoying thing compared to speed builds, as speed build editing is literally nothing compared to challenges, which is why I have so much respect for people who film and edit their own challenge videos. It just, you guys, I don't know, a lot of people don't even realize the effort and the time that goes into making videos like that. Plus, you really just have to be a very I guess, talented person as well, because you need to constantly be able to focus at two things at once, because building is hard, by itself. And then doing commentary at the same time, not everyone can do it. Let me tell you, not everyone can do it. Like, it is definitely something you could probably learn, but it takes a lot of time for you to learn it. It took me a very long time to adjust, but I guess what I do like about challenge videos is that since it's kind of like a new thing to me, I can see my improvement with every video, whereas with builds, it's kind of hard to improve from where I am. I guess there is, but I just kind of want to keep my building process still enjoyable to me, because when you go into these little like nitpicky details, at the end, like I've mentioned, it just gets so demotivating. The last thing you want to do is think about building. And that is a pain that I would not wish upon anyone, because it is annoying. It is annoying when you know you have to build, but you don't want to. And I guess that is just a thing called burnout. So like I mentioned before, I literally wish that none of you guys actually experience it, which is why it's so important to take care of yourself. And always, always, always know when to rest. But anyways, I think we should move on to another topic. And one thing that hasn't left my mind, really, is the fact that, I don't know, okay, it's Christmas time, right? It's December 18th. Christmas is literally next week. No, it's this week. Oh my goodness. So you see, that's a problem. I am not feeling the Christmas vibe at all this year. It doesn't feel Christmassy. I can't explain it. It's just, I feel so distant from the holiday this year that I just cannot explain. It's not like I'm really excited for it. It's just like, okay, it's coming, right? That's fun, I guess. But I'm not even listening to Christmas music, which I used to do for such a long time. And I'm just like sitting here thinking like, what is going on? Why is it like that? The city that I live in, it's probably the most decorated this year it has ever been. Yet I don't feel anything. I don't feel the Christmas spirit, not even a little bit. I haven't watched any Christmas movies. I haven't had any cravings. And that slightly scares me, because I used to be so excited about Christmas every single year. And if this year I'm not going to be excited for it, does it mean that I'm not going to be excited for it, like, at all? Like, is this the end of my excitement for Christmas? Christmas used to be my favorite time of the year, almost. I used to always, like, get so excited over it. The first snowfall, the decorations, the Christmas movie, the movies, the music, the Bloxburg builds. Maybe the problem is that I haven't had time to work on any Christmas-ish builds, and I've literally been stuck with this build, which is fall-themed the entire month. So partially maybe it's that I'm still having a hard time to move on from. I really don't know. And I feel like maybe I should do something to get myself in the Christmas mood, at least a little bit. Maybe do a small little colonial that's decorated for Christmas as a challenge or something. I feel like that's a pretty cool idea that I would like to do. So we'll see if I have enough time to do it this week. I'd really like to. And I think it would be a small and fun little catch up with you guys, where we just kind of, where I build and talk, and then you guys get to listen and stuff. And I feel like it's still a lot more fun when I talk as I'm building. I don't know, for some reason, I'm just a lot funnier then. Because when I get triggered by something or I'm very annoyed, I start to be really funny. That is one thing I noticed about myself, is just I start raging, and the best jokes come out of it. Don't know how or why, but it just does, and I kind of love that. So yeah, I kind of would like to build a small little colonial. And I miss building colonials, because I don't remember the last time I did one. And doing one for Christmas is just kind of like a classic. It's kind of like a suburban house, yet it has a bit more character. And they're so easy to do, because they're a colonial. They're colonials. And I've seen so many on Pinterest that just look so pretty with all the American decorations. I don't know what is up with them. I wish people decorated their houses like that where I live. I am from Eastern Europe, Lithuania to be specific. I keep on repeating this just in case there's any new viewers. But people don't decorate their houses like that. Everyone just kind of keeps it simple with decorations. And it's sometimes sad, because seeing stuff over the top sometimes makes you really happy, and especially Christmas decorations. So maybe I would be in a better Christmas mood if people decorate their houses better. That is probably also a reason why. But the 20 minutes have somehow passed, and that was really quick, and didn't expect it to end so quickly. But I'll probably sign off here, but it was really nice having you here. I hope you enjoyed this voiceover, even though it was about everything, yet about nothing at the same time. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one, which is probably going to be Thursday. I'm still not sure if you're going to see this on Monday or Tuesday, so whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good day or rest of the evening or night or morning. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.